How's everyone? So I'm going to make this short and sweet because I'm on holiday in Utah, having an epic time with the family. We've done a lot. We've covered a ton of territory. Thomas Gibson, Rideshare Pro, just reminded me and said, hey, Torsten, you can't forget our house Mondays. So Scott Tucker says, hello all. How are you? Got 3 people in the house. Hello from Utah, everyone. We're up here having a stunning vacation. Did a lot of adventures, a lot of hikes, and heading back to LA tomorrow. It's Moose says, what's up? Jimmy is, hello everyone. Good. So I'm reporting here from the Airbnb. I should actually take you down into the game room. This place has quite an epic game room. Scott Russell's in the house, says, hi guys, good to see you. Thank you for joining. We've been trying to get your business off the ground. Oh, Thomas goes big, thank you, $4.99. Listen, Thomas had a huge week. He sent me the screenshots. He worked all week. I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think I do have a pretty good elephant memory. I think he did about 92 trips. I think he did $2,400 and something dollars. If you divide that by 92, you're in the high 20s. Rick Nelson's in the house. Thank you, Thomas. I appreciate that. That was a epic week for you. Well done. That was his highest week. So let's congratulate him with 2 thumbs up. Laura's in her little nightgown here. If you want to pop in and say hello. She wants to flash her little nightgown. She says hi. Hello. Are you having a good time, Laura?
Yes. Oh
just
my
just
God.
tell some what we did today. What did we do today? Sit here.
We went to Bryce Canyon.
Bryce Canyon.
And we hiked to the hoodoos.
Oh yeah, to the hoodoos. What were the 2? We did 2 loops. We did
Navajo Loop Trail.
Navajo Loop Trail and
Peekaboo
Trail in Bryce Canyon. And I don't know if there's anyone out there that has done these 2 trails. I mean, they were about 4.6 miles.
Yes.
And it was either this way or this way. Nothing like this. Either this way or that way. It was brutal. Hiking into the canyon and then hiking out of the canyon. I mean, we were like running down low levels of water. Scott Tucker says, hello. Laura, my fiance is named Laura too.
Oh,
cool.
Right.
Scott's an awesome guy. He's in Vegas.
Oh, cool.
Thomas just hit me with a $4.99 donation there.
Oh,
Very
wow.
nice. $5. And Thomas, you met Thomas at the party. He was the guy with the Harley Davidson.
Oh, right.
You remember the guy with the leather outfit with the orange black jacket? That's Thomas.
Oh.
He's a good friend of mine. And he did $2,450 last week on Uber.
Wow.
Epic, Thomas. So yeah, so what? I mean, she knows all the names. We arrived in Cedar Springs. We went up to what, Moab?
Cedar City, and then we went to Moab. And we went to Arches
National Park.
And we went
beautiful
whitewater rafting.
Then we went whitewater rafting down the Colorado. That was epic.
And then
thank you, Thomas. Thomas says, great looking couple. Gracias. Thank you, Thomas. Appreciate that, buddy. So then we went. Then in the evening we went on that Hummer trip. I try to do a live feed from there, but the reception was super.
Sunset Hummer.
We had an amazing guide called Nate. I mean, it's like us drivers, right? It's all about service. This guy was platinum service all the way. We tipped him, I think, $50 or $60 afterwards. Was a 2-hour trip, sunset trip.
That was so fun.
The guy was amazing, and that's like, he was like the 5-star rated driver of adventures, I would say.
Yeah.
The guy was off the charts. And
Funny.
I gave him a write-up on Yelp. I gave him a write-up on Google. I gave him a write-up on the Travel Channel. Gave him 3 5-star ratings. I gave him an amazing review because, I mean, Nate was brilliant, right? Mm-hmm. And that Colorado, we had a girl called Hannah. She was in her 20s, and my 16-year-old was like, he just wanted to marry this girl. I mean, Hannah, she's an attractive looking
Very
girl.
cute.
And my 16-year-old was hitting on her like there was no tomorrow. So eventually she turns around, and I have a 6'3" 16-year-old. So she says to him, well, how old are you, by the way? And he's like, he's completely cornered, and he goes,
16.
I'm 16. And at that moment, it was game over. You know, she's not going to go
No.
ask a minor out for a date.
No way.
So, and then what did we do?
Tubing.
Oh, yeah, the next day we did tubing.
Tubing down the lazy river.
And this guy was like a lone ranger cowboy. Go Dillon. So he goes, go Dillon, scores points. So this old guy with his cowboy hat, and he just wasn't into his job. And he's like, okay, I'll drive you up the river with the tubes. He let us out. And then we just tubed down the river.
That was so fun, tubing.
So relaxing. So relaxing.
Down a real lazy river.
Unbelievable. Just.
And then Canyonlands that night with Dead Horse.
Oh, and then we drove to Canyonlands. We visited a couple of stops. It was amazing. And then we hit this place called Dead Horse. Sad story, but was it called a Dead Horse?
Dead Horse Canyon. Yeah, Dead Horse Canyon.
Well, probably one of the most breathtaking views I've ever seen.
Ever seen.
Just unbelievable. Like you wouldn't think this could exist on this beautiful planet, but it does exist. Then what did we do?
All of Canyonlands, though. We went all around Canyonlands Park and Dead Horse Park, which are two separate parks.
True.
And then by then it was like 10 or 11
o'clock. Oh yeah,
it
was like 11 o'clock at night, right? And we were still scrambling all. So we'd be going like boom, boom, boom every day from morning to night, getting up early, like 6:37, all the way through till 10, 11 o'clock at night, and again and again and again. And then what? Then we drove what?
Got up the next day and we drove from Moab to Bryce.
And before we drove down from Moab, I flew the drone up like high altitude and did a 360 around like the canyons. It was beautiful, so I can share that later on. And then we drove all the way down to Bryce Canyon. Today.
That was unbelievable.
It was just unbelievable. It says, I hear US government is going to ban TikTok. I hope your daughter is into YouTube. Well, she's gonna have to transfer from TikTok to YouTube. I doubt that they're gonna get it through. I think the guy is just really, really upset, and we're not gonna get political, but I think he was just really upset that all those little teenagers pranked him on his rally, right? That they managed to book all those seats, all the TikTokers, and they fell for that. But okay, whatever happens with TikTok, I'm sure there'll be a spin-off. Danny's probably, how do you feel about that, Danny, of TikTok?
Well, there are rumors on TikTok that are saying
Isaac.
that they just don't
Come tell the people here.
The president doesn't want the Chinese knowing the U.S. information because
that's
on
very
TikTok
reasonable.
they say like a lot of things are happening here.
Yeah, he says, hi, Danny, it's Jimmy.
Hello.
So yeah, she's got a good point. So, it's a Chinese app, TikTok, and the possibility, maybe they're tracking whereabouts of teenagers, or you never know. We never know the true story why TikTok may be banned, right?
Yeah.
And Laura made it disappearing. Okay, I'm gonna take you down into this gaming room, ladies and gentlemen, so you can see what the kids are up to. They have the little gaming room down there. And so far, all the Airbnbs that Laura has chosen, they've been off the charts, right? Because I have a very, very tricky strategy. I just lean over right like that, and I put it in like that, right? And at Fußball, it's buffering down here, he said. At Fußball, we absolutely destroyed them. Then over at is it still buffering? Can somebody still tell me if it's buffering? Is it buffering? Anybody? Great team, Thomas, how are you? So we played a lot of games of pool. Mr. Chill Ryan, move out of the zone. There's no Wi-Fi down here in the gaming room. It's buffering. Okay. So I'm going to move out of the gaming room. I wish I could have shown you more. That's the gaming room. Still buffering? Is it still buffering? Is it still buffering?
Maybe send it there.
The Wi-Fi in the gaming room is bad.
Yeah. Reception is no bueno. So, yeah, that's it. Let me just go back there. No bueno, amigo. Elias in the house. How are you doing, my brother? Compton's in the house. So tell me something. Is it still buffering? Is it still really bad? Because if it is, I'm going to probably get an early night. Elias is doing good, man. Fantastic. Happy to hear that. Good to see you. Glad. Yeah, we have an epic time. I mean, we're a very adventurous. Thanks, Thomas, for that update. He says it's good now. Thanks, Nerds of Morn. I like that one. Reception is good. 113 in Vegas. We had between 90 and 108. 90 on the low end, 108 on the high end. And we're a rather, I can tell you about us, we're a rather adventurous family. Laura is very, very good at planning. Very good at planning holidays and putting them together and choosing the right Airbnbs, the right hotels. Scott, no need to be jealous. Next time you join us, we're going to go on a party, man. Colorado, 93. Nerds of PORN, I have seen a lot of Colorado number plates up here. A lot of Colorado visitors in Utah. And I can sort of understand why, because, oh my gosh, Utah is beautiful. I'm telling you guys, if you want to make money, get an Airbnb, listen to me, in Moab, M-O-A-B, Moab, Hemet Valley, 108, I was 180, I'm tired. Moab, there is so much money to be made. You know, I get a feeling like it's a vibe when I feel cash, right? In Moab, there is so much money to be made. And I'll tell you what, if you get yourself an Airbnb in Moab, it is all about off-roading, adventure. You just get just outside of the county line, because you can't have Airbnbs in the Moab county line. So just outside the city, if you could there's a place called Rim of the World or something like that. If you could get an Airbnb there, they're charging $200 or something for a very, decent place per night, and the guy is booked out. You could, there is so much room still to start in another inner tubing company. There's only 2 or 3 there. There's so much room to start a bike rental company that I only noticed 1 there. There's still a lot of room to start like ATV bike rentals. Obviously, that's a very costly investment, but there are very inexpensive businesses that you can get off the ground. Food trucks are just taking off there. Spoke to like one person over there. They have like a square where the food trucks hang out. I mean, there's so much money to be made in Moab. I can't say the same for Bryce. It's stunning. It's very well padded and saturated already. But in Moab, a lot of construction, a lot of houses being built. San Bernardino Mountains. I had a lot of property. I had over 600 acres up there, Hemet, at one stage in the San Bernardino Mountains. I had over 30. I renovated over 30 vacation rentals in Big Bear, Lake Arrowhead, Sugarloaf, and Angeles Oaks. Did very, very well there until the divorce. But a lot of money to be made up in the San Bernardino Mountains, indeed. I know it inside out. from Angeles Oaks to Arrowhead to Onyx Summit to Big Bear. I mean, ton of money to be made there. Slow City is getting much bigger. That's fantastic, John. And Slow is, I don't know, who's been to Slow? San Luis Obispo. Man, that is a beautiful, beautiful little, can I call it a student town? Great restaurants, great little inner city, a lot of agriculture around it, and I'm sure a lot of room for Airbnbs in Slow, SLO, right? Wouldn't you say so, John? So we're talking business ideas, you know? I mean, look, you could put $20,000. No, seriously, Elias, I'm telling you, if you want to have a conversation with me about that, if anyone is interested to, you know, not with very little money up front, get the banks involved. There's so many mortgage brokers that will work with you that will get creative. But that is a gold mine. You put your Airbnb on you know, on obviously on Airbnb itself, and you're going to be busy. And you create several YouTube videos, a website, you will be busy. Slow was nice until my ex-wife moved there. Then you bailed out, right, Hemet Valley? She moved in, you moved out, like in and out. She moved in, you moved out. And I apologize if I'm a little bit brain dead, man. I've been going morning to night for the last week. Code Donnie comes in the house. How are you? 5K houses and 5K apartments. The scale is something, yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. But man, Moab's paradise and a treasure chest. Everything on autopilot. I like it. Got everything on autopilot. So yeah, tomorrow we're going to head back, 9-hour drive. My Cadillac, it was just an absolute joy to drive around, do this trip in the Cadillac. I mean, yeah, a little bit heavy on the gas, but you tap on that pedal, it's on 85 miles an hour, you know. And what I like about Utah, a lot of the highways is 80. There's an 80 mile per hour restriction on the highway. So going 85, 90, you're not going to have any problems at all. You know, saw very little police on the road, you know. Yeah, I will announce that John Durham in the house. Bryce Canyon is amazing from what I heard. Oh, it is stunningly beautiful. I want to put unfortunately, I'm doing this live feed here from my phone, so the cellular reception is not great. But I want to put a slideshow together. I must have taken at least 2,000 photos. Lot of hills. I mean, you're talking breathtaking scenery. 109 in Death Valley. Wow, that's heavy. Guys, hit the thumbs up if you can. Mike, who you young fart, does fart mean drive in German? I don't know. You'd have to tell me. Fahren, yeah, exactly. Fahrt. Die Fahrt is the drive, exactly. That's correct in German. Not fart, but Fahrt, die Fahrt. It's with F-A-H-R-T. And to drive is fahren, F-A-H-R-E-N. But yes, you are right. That is how it is pronounced. Did anyone have a great week? Thomas Gibson from San Diego sent me his numbers, $2,400 and something. Alex S is in the house. Has anyone used the new features to set their own price? I did get a lot of text messages from that, and I think up till at least the 1st of August, go ahead and set your own prices, at least in California, right? Because it's my belief that when the PUA runs out, and there's a lot of rumors around the PUA ending or continuing, but drivers will jump back in. Derek Kay, our dear friend Derek Kay, the awesome guy, don't we love him? He said yesterday that the rideshare side, no, not the food delivery side, but the rideshare side is only operating on 50%. And let's say another 10 to 20% come back in August. So I think rideshare will be at about 60% of the 100% that it was in 2019. So demand will not be the same, supply will not be the same, but all in all, so what do you think? Federal government will extend? I don't think so, my friend. I really don't think so. If the guy wants to get re-elected, that could be play in his favor, right? Exactly. And, you mentioned a good point there, Bolt coming to the rideshare market. I think these companies will start pouring money in once this COVID is under control. You're not going to make big, bold moves in markets right now as outside companies. I know that at least the Canadians that I work with, they are working quietly behind the scenes, but they're not going all in investment-wise right now because the market's just not there. And I mean, Lyft and the few people that are out there are doing well. They're doing really, really well. Of course, they're running a high risk with the COVID, right? The risk is obviously reduced with the no mask, no ride rule. But I think companies are only going to put the big money back in once this thing has been completely quietened down. There are so many unknowns. There are so many uncertainties. Why pour in all that money when you don't really know what the market's going to give you, right? Passengers will always want a cheap ride. You're right. They're always going to search for the cheapest ride. At least, that 76% category will always look for economy prices. The other 24%, which is divided up between Comfort, XL, SUV, Black, obviously they're not shy to spend. There's a link to the extension of PUA benefits. Thank you, Tris. Appreciate it. Elias says, I hope Feds extends. I do too, my friend. I do too. Keep the money coming. Keep it coming for the drivers. I want gig workers to collect. Really. I mean, think of it. You've paid in so much money, right? Look at Rick Nelson, how many trips. He's done 16,000 trips. Yeah, it's going to be less, correct? Less than 600. I've never been to Utah, Torsten. What is the climate weather link there now? Basically, I would say the climate is very much like California, John, but breathtaking. Very, very nice people. In the areas that we're in, it's really off-road country. And I mean, I love off-roading, love adventure. So does the rest of the family. So it's like the perfect holiday spot for us. Nerds of PORN says, I know a lot of states are extending PUAs for sure for a week or two. Might be changed because of recent shutdowns. Based on your earnings, yeah. I'll go to that link. You're correct, Alex. All Uber has to do is increase the rate per mile and stop taking more than 30%. Those greedy bastards. Bear gets man in Colorado. He got away. Wow. Thanks for that update, Mike. I haven't seen any bears here. I've seen a lot of deer, bald eagles. Yeah, California shut down. I read that. All the restaurants, the bars, basically back to square one. And they were doing pretty well in California after 2.5 months. And I must say, we were really following the rules as a family, and then was sad to see it spike. I saw in Florida 15,000. Is that correct? Can anybody verify that? 15,000 infections in one day in Florida. So it looks like Texas, Florida, and California, big numbers. Massachusetts doing pretty good. You know, I've got mixed feelings about that guy. I think some things, in some points, he's doing pretty well, and in other areas, he's very much an on the fence type of guy who doesn't really like to make big decisions. Vegas has opened up, but not, I don't think it's full capacity yet, right? It's Moo says, Washington Post says only 57% of the unemployment claims have been paid. Wow. Where is all that money? You know, where is all that money? Leo Casamente. I hope so. I hope the deaths are going down. I really hope so. James Akers is in the house. He says, we are over 13,000 in Arizona. I did not know that. Wow. Wow. It is insane. I wish we were like New Zealand. New Zealand has 0 infections to report. How did they do it? Yeah, absolutely. He definitely has been destroyed on social media today. I mean, it's tougher. Oh, you went out one time. You went out once in 10 days. How was that? What does Marty say? What is the best dash cam for the Rideshare? I would say, Marty, N2 Pro. N for Nancy, number 2 Pro. Look it up, N2 Pro. Forward and back filming. Torsten, what is your opinion on the incident regarding the attack on our fellow Lyft driver when the rider refused to wear a mask and then started violently hitting the driver? Look, the laws are in place. The guy's been outed. The law has to take the strongest position against them. The company has to come down strong. The company has to work with the legal system, with the authorities, and shut that guy down. Right? That is just the Vantrue N2 Pro. Thank you. Vantrue N2 Pro. None of us would tolerate that. None of us would want that to happen to us. Right? So just put yourself in that driver's shoes. What would you want out of this? You'd want the maximum penalty, right? Because if he gets away with it, he sets an example for other riders that, okay, well, I can get away with it. You know, we got to take a stand here. The company has to have our back on this. The company Lyft has to have the driver's back on this and come down, working with the authorities, and the guy has to face some serious penalties. Otherwise, if that person gets away scot-free with that type of behavior, it sends the wrong message to all other riders. Hey, I don't have to wear a mask, and I can pretty much do what I want to a driver. Cool, genuine Phil is in the house. I'm sending my regards from Utah. Kids are all in this gaming room. There's foosball table, there's a basketball ring in there, pool table, air hockey. I mean, how are you going to pull the kids away from that? We've got 16. If we can just smash that like button, as Dustin always says, smash that like button. And by the way, Dustin, if you come in on this video at some later point, I hope you and your family are doing good. I hope you're all safe up there. I believe you are in Virginia, correct? Oh, yeah. The little one was resting. That's true. And Laura was all dressed up in her gown. Phil G says in Illinois, unemployment took filing 3 times on 2 different pages, didn't get a dime for 1.5 months. Uber went from 200 a day to 40 at the best. Ouch. So how's the financial situation? Not that great, right? Dustin's in New Jersey. Okay, I thought he'd moved to Virginia. I honestly thought he'd moved to New Jersey and then to Virginia Beach. I was wrong. Yeah, I mean, the health Marty, thank you. I appreciate you. I appreciate that. I mean, it's a tough one. And I understand if certain people can't go out and drive, maybe you'd be compromising somebody else's health. Maybe you have someone with a weak immune system, or so it's a really, New Jersey is a prison state. Yeah, he says, I'm afraid drivers return on August 1st and we are back down to 50 to 100 a day. I honestly think that not too many drivers are going to return, Phil, and here's my reason for this. I think a lot of people have moved on in these last 3 to 4 months, right? Moved on to other things, moved on to Instacart, moved on to Amazon, moved on to food deliveries. So a big part of the workforce is gone. They've moved on. A lot of people like Scott have started companies. And so I can't see too many people coming back. I think maybe another 20% in August. I mean, if 60 to 70% return to the rideshare business, I would think that's high. On UberX, no, but I know a few people that are killing it on XL. John Durham says, Torsten, give us your opinion about the situation regarding stimulus checks being sent to people who passed away. Whoever organized those stimulus checks, I'm just going to say this short and sweet, John. First of all, a lot of fat cats. I know Dr. Phil very, very well. He's a friend and a client. I know both Dr. Phil's sons, right? They got $5 million and $10 million stimulus money. They don't need that money. They have enough money. The one son has 5 companies registered. Dr. Phil doesn't need that money. But together they made about $10 million. It's a fact. Dr. Phil and his sons got over $10 million in stimulus money. That $10 million would have been far better spent on sending that to the correct people that could have really, really needed it. I feel like a lot of money has ended up in the wrong hands. Take it as you wish, right? Stimulus money. A lot of money has ended up in the wrong hands. A lot of unorganized states didn't get the money to the people that really, really needed the money. It's an absolute travesty. It's an absolute mess and chaos, this distribution of stimulus money. And I hope, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years from now, we get a little bit more clarity on where all the stimulus money went. Because I can tell you what, I have spoken to hundreds and hundreds of drivers who were hurting, who didn't get the money, and are still in dire straits and a lot of pain. And then I've also spoken to people, like Dr. Phil and his sons. They should have not received $10 million. They shouldn't. They have more money than they can spend. They are extremely wealthy people. And I have no idea why another $10 million ended up in their bank accounts. And I know for a fact that the moment the money hit, the stimulus money, Dr. Phil's son went out and bought a $9 million house. This is wrong. That's wrong. So the distribution of the monies, it's a travesty. And that Leo says, he's talking about churches. Churches are not paying taxes. Churches are very, very wealthy organizations, very well run, no taxes, and a ton of churches got bailout money. Maybe the people that visit the church, maybe the money should have gone to them, but not to the institutions. Thanks, John, for saying that. I appreciate that. It's just you're asking me questions, and I'm just giving you my honest answer, right? And my answer might not always sit well with everyone, And you might often think that my answers are maybe a little bit politically driven, right? I don't care if you're Democrat or Republican. If there's stimulus money, get it to the right Republicans, get it to the right Democrats, right? The people that need it. There's a lot of people that don't need that cash and got that cash. Yeah, look, hospital staff, nurses, maybe smaller hospitals, that were working around the clock. You're right. Maybe they should have really been the recipients of these monies. I mean, they're working for us. They're taking those essential workers are taking a big hit out there. Sherelle's in the house. Sherelle, thank you for sending me pictures. Sherelle, it looks like you went to Long Beach to visit Ruben and you send me some pictures of my car. I was quite happy to just search around on Craigslist tonight just to see what's out there, looking at some ATVs and that. And then I looked at the Bel Airs, a lot of them from $45,000 up to $65,000, selling them. So those old American cars are becoming extremely valuable. That might be a nice long-term investment. Build up a portfolio of those. Jimmy says, hi, Sherelle. Techie B's in the house. This 2 Saturdays ago, stayed in Sacramento, 30 ride requests, 10 had masked, 10 wanted to negotiate, but did comply. Had to cancel, did 100 rides in San Francisco last week, 99 riders had masks. Wow, that's interesting feedback. 1:30 a.m. here. Wow, it's early there, 1:30 a.m. Just got $5 from a Lyft best. You can buy those masks cheap now. You can buy those masks cheap. So why not have a box, Walmart selling masks, Fry's is selling masks. Buy yourself a pack of 50 masks, put it in the middle there. If the guy wants it, doesn't have it, hey, I'll sell them. I sell them for $5. Make 300-400% on those masks. $5, thank you for saying bless you. Sell those masks. Right? Thanks for saying that, Scott. Are you shutting down all the lights?
Oh, no, I'm just making sure the house is locked.
Cool, we're locking up here. You guys can get me up to 20. I'm getting up early. You can leave that. Yeah, you can leave that. Say goodnight to everyone.
Oh, there. Is that better?
No.
No, that's worse.
Just leave it like that. Come and say goodnight to
No,
everyone.
no.
Why?
I have oil on my face.
Be in good health. Amen as well. Back to you, Mike. I appreciate it. Are the kids still playing?
Yeah.
They are? Cool. Got a live Our House Monday is going here.
Our House Monday.
Gwyneth says hi.
Hi.
Yeah, co-op, you get them very cheap. And you can make even more on the margins. Exactly. Good night. Thank you, Tris. Appreciate you saying that. 10-pack at the 99-cent store. Wow. That's huge. Are you got a 10-pack of masks at the 99-cent store? You serious? You paid $1? Are you trying to tell me that you paid $1 for 10 masks? Dude, that's impressive. Can you imagine your profit margins on that? The 10 cents each and you're selling them for $5? That you're making a $4.90 profit. That's 4,900% profit. 4,900% profit. Right? You don't even make that much in the alcohol business. Turning a bottle of tequila and selling it in a bar at $8 a shot. You don't even make those margins. You make about 3,000 to 4,000% margins. So you're talking a 4,900% increase, profit margin. Good money. It's easier to get sanitizers, masks, etc. Now I recommend keeping it a 6 month supply. That's a very good point. It's Moose, and yes, it's very much readily available because I mean, at some point they just produced like crazy. So almost like overproduction now, you'll see it on the shelves. You'll see it everywhere, right? I mean, everyone went into high gear. Rick Nelson says, saw a 10-pack at the grocery store outlet for $8.50. That's still, that's only 85 cents. If you're selling at $5, you're making $4.15 profit. Brilliant.
On one website, I saw 6,000 masks for $100.
6,000 masks for $100.
Yeah.
Wow. Gee whiz. The aftermath of overproduction, as Jimmy says correctly. I paid $2.99 for a 10-pack. Impressive. Wow, that's 30 cents a mask. Impressive. And at one point we were running around and paying crazy dollars right in the beginning. Remember in those first 2 months? Kevin's in the house. I'm finally getting a car soon and live outside of downtown LA. Seems like giving rides for Uber can still happen. Good for you, Kevin. Give me a holler if you need some help. Some of the masks are not that great, which is true, Mike. Some of them don't work well. Lysol's a tough one. I haven't seen that. Correct, Sherelle. I've looked for that, haven't found it. Kevin, thank you. Kevin Entrepreneur, welcome, my friend. How are you two? You two lovelies. Kevin, how are you doing? I'm doing great. I'm with the family in Utah, and we have visited every freaking national and state park and done everything on the adrenaline adventure list. I mean, good to see you. Hey, Kevin, everybody give Kevin a huge shout out, him and his wife. Kevin, are you still in the HB Huntington Beach? Good to see you, Kevin, man. Really nice. It's Moose says, I remember a 16-ounce bottle of hand sanitizer selling for $70 on Amazon. True, I saw that. Sort of? Okay. Are you thinking of moving, Kevin? Much love to Kevin and Katie. Yes, I extend that as well. Tell Katie we all send our love. Great couple. I had the honor of meeting both at the pizza party and at the live event. Let us know where you go. We'll always support you. You'll always have our support. If you haven't subscribed to the Apptrepreneur, there he is. Click on his link. He has done so much for the community. And he is a genuinely helpful, caring guy. Right? And we can't satisfy everyone, but I can tell you, Kevin tries his best, as do I. And we have an amazing community of amazing, both of us. I know Kevin's built it out to a really big gig community. Kevin reports on Amazon and a lot of different gigs, right? So he has a big following. And cool. Good to see you, man. All right, friends, I am going to pass out. I am so freaking tired. It's been, just the mountains that we climbed today, the valleys, the hikes we did. Boy, oh boy. Yeah, it's Moose says the Apptrepreneur's channel is great. Indeed it is. He's put in a lot of time, a lot of effort, and he is a trooper. I drove with Kevin and the crew up to Sacramento. His heart's in the right place, I can tell you that. I had the pleasure of meeting Kevin's parents. They invited us for pizzas. Remember that, Kevin? I think we're celebrating your mom's birthday or your dad's birthday. Or didn't we drop in on your mom? We bought her a card and some flowers and wished her happy birthday and had pizzas with your parents up in Sacramento. yeah, you see, we did that. Was the right call, dude. We all group effort. Stop. Kevin ran out, got a card, got flowers. We met up, had pizzas with his parents in Sacramento. Very sweet couple. Restaurant was actually nice and empty, right? We almost had the restaurant to ourselves. Good food, and we had some quality time. And it's just probably great for Kevin to reconnect with his. Yeah, that was great. I enjoyed that trip. Kevin, we had a lot of laughs on that trip. It was a lot of fun. We drove up and we drove down. Same day. I think same day. We started early. We picked up Dave. Oh, we met at Dave's house. Dave, the Uber slave. Hope he's well. Haven't seen him for a while. Hope Dave is well. And my friends, my amigos, meine Freunde, I'm going to wish you a good night. I got to get up early. I'm driving back 9 hours to LA tomorrow. So Kevin says it just subscribe to you. That's great. Kevin, you picked up Kevin. Kevin picked up Kevin the subscriber tonight. That's awesome. Oh, you met? Yeah, we all met at the Sacramento rally. Correct, it's Moose. Oh, good times. Yay! 2 thumbs up for Kev. Guys, 2 thumbs up for all of you. Thank you. I know it was short and sweet, but I've been offline for a week. And when I have holiday, I celebrate holiday. I try to switch off, right? You gotta switch off from the business side. But tomorrow it's back to reality. And on the weekend already, I got a lot of bookings. So a lot of private bookings lined up for this month. So it's going to be a busy month the moment I get back. And I'm not complaining. Not complaining at all. Got to keep everything moving forward. I just want to get to 2021. I just want this COVID-19 stupid stuff to be over with. I want us to all move on to better and healthier times, really. This has got to end. We got our this is the company we got the ATVs and the Hummers from. I had a good time up there in the mountains, tearing up the cliffs. Stay righteous. Yes, correct with that. I like that. Stay righteous. We all do our best, don't we? So this is my little kitschy setting here at the Airbnb. I chose this background. I have no idea. It's not a picture that I chose. It's a couple of vases, golden vases. Amen to better times. Thank you. Amen to better times. Send shout out to the girlfriend in the Philippines. We send you a shout out, the lady in the Philippines. Big one. Big shout out to her. Get some rest. Rick, appreciate. Can't wait to see you guys back in, maybe in Vegas, but definitely back in Cali. And be safe, everyone. Be safe. Adios. Thank you, guys. I appreciate you. Sherelle, good night. Scott, good night. Rick, good night. Everyone, good night. Elias, good night. Mike, good night. Kevin, good night. And if you can, hit that like button as you go out. And just thank you for being here. Thank you for being you. Thank you for being part of, a drive, a movement, seeking better treatment, seeking better opportunities for all, right? That's what we stand for. And that's the energy we're going to continue putting out, ladies and gentlemen, right? Nothing's going to get us down. Too street smart for these Dara Kay and John Zimmer people. We'll always outsmart them. Jimmy Denson, wishing you a fantastic good night. To everyone out there, to your loved ones, to your family, please stay safe. Give them a big hug from me and look after them. Always be on the alert. Keep on wearing those masks. Keep on denying riders that don't wear masks. Put the sanitizers out there. Make money out of it. Buy the masks. Sell the masks to them at a 4,000 profit. Come on, 4,000% profit. Come on. If they don't have a mask, let them cough up the money. $5 in your pocket, right? All day long. So keep it flowing, keep it going. Meine Freunde. Dun, 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 dun. We're on 50 minutes. I can't make 60. Sorry. I am taking the parachute. I am taking the bungee cord and jumping because I am beat. If I show you the pictures, you'll understand. I'll do a slideshow video for you. You'll see where we were and what we climbed and what hills we did. It was just insane. 2 thumbs up, everyone. Bailing out. Thank you again, and thank you.